So first we have the raccoon, the eagle, and the turtle. Okay, so right off, I'll tell you this person is a bit secretive. Now, I don't mean that in a sneaky way. This definitely isn't a sneaky person that would like want to deceive you, but they are kind of maybe a bit difficult to get to know at first. So this is someone, when you first meet them, you might think it's going to be impossible to get them to open up and to share anything with you, but once they do open up, I think they're going to let you in on all of their deepest, darkest secrets and really connect with you on a deep, deep level. This person very well could be a night owl, somebody that likes to stay up late and either hang out, or because there are a lot of artistic vibes coming from this, this might be an artist type of person that does their best work at night, whether that's writing, they do most of their writing at night, or composing music, they like to sing at night, or paint at night. So there's definitely highly artistic vibes coming off of this energy so far. So this is somebody who really likes to express themselves, but the funny part about this isn't someone who's necessarily like craving attention or who wants to be in the limelight. This really isn't somebody who wants the recognition necessarily for their work. I think they want to be recognized, they want people to enjoy their work, of course, but they don't necessarily have to be named. Like, this is someone who maybe wants to remain anonymous. They might paint and not sign their work, or use a different name on their paintings, or write under a pen name or something like that. So this isn't somebody who necessarily wants to be in the spotlight, but regardless of that, it's almost like they will be inherently, just because they're so talented, they're so gifted at whatever they do. Even if this isn't a traditional form of art, this is definitely somebody who's good with their hands and who's good with a particular tool or instrument. So it might be something mechanical that they do, it might be something extremely artistic that they do, but whatever it is, they are definitely a master at that, but they don't necessarily need to be formally recognized for that. They like to keep to themselves, they like to be kind of close with those that they trust, because they will be a little bit guarded and protected around people that they don't know. I think that the connection that you're going to have with this person is going to be really special and close, because they might not be somebody who has a lot of friends. I think they'll have a few quality friends because they only let certain people get close to them. So I think this is going to be someone who shares their deepest, darkest secrets with you, because the two of you are going to be quite close to one another, and you'll be one of the few people that they open up to. Let's go ahead and look at this card, because it's going to be like a little bit of your person's mantra, we'll say, a little message from them. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Okay, this definitely goes in line with those artistic vibes that this person is giving me. I think this person kind of does things their own way. The eagle can represent a lot of freedom, and that being a fundamental value that this person holds dear. So I think that that's kind of speaking to that part of them that wants freedom. Now, I don't think that that means that they're not someone who will commit. I think this is someone who will kind of do things their own way a little bit. So it's not that they are non-committal, it's more that they have their own vision about how they want to live their lives. So that might be like, because they are an artist, maybe they live a bit of an unconventional life. Maybe they don't have that typical 9-to-5 job. They do things a little bit differently, and freedom, maybe their time freedom, maybe their ability to travel, to kind of make their own decisions about life and to set their own schedule, that's something that this person values. If we go back to that night owl energy that I'm kind of picking up on from here, that might have something to do with it. If this is a person who does their best work or their best thinking or just feels their best at night or at unconventional times of the day, this can really kind of feed into that desire to have freedom and to have some control or more control over their lives than if they were tied down to a typical 9-to-5 job. So this really might be somebody who chooses a bit of a different path, and I think that they're really successful at what they do. So it's okay for them to kind of go this different way because they find a lot of success following their heart and following their artistic nature. Also, the way this card says, my fearless freedom lights up the world, that really gives me an indication that this isn't somebody who's just floating through the world, going their own way, but it's not beneficial to them or to those around them. I think this is something that is highly beneficial. I think they find great success in doing whatever this is that they choose to do. Now, not sure if I touched on this, but definitely this is somebody who, when you first meet them, you might think is a bit hard to get to know. You have this turtle energy here. This is someone who will retreat and who will keep to themselves and who wants to keep themselves pretty protected. So it might take a minute for them to open up to you, but once they do, I think the two of you are really going to click, and that you're going to kind of enjoy a lot of quiet time together, a lot of one-on-one time. This is somebody who wants to spend one-on-one time with you, that wants to kind of romance you, and just, I'm getting like a really cuddly kind of vibe from this person. Like they really want to spend quality time with you, and just you specifically. They may like to go out and socialize every now and then, but it's really important to this person to have strong connections that are really meaningful and deep. So they definitely don't want a surface level relationship, and they probably don't want a lot of outside influences and outside voices in your relationship. It's something that they're going to hold dear and kind of value the special connection that the two of you have formed. I'm also picking up on, because this person is so fearless and because they value this freedom, this is someone who is going to encourage you to live your truth, and they're going to support you. So if you are an artistic person, or if you have just ideas about where you want to go in this world, in this life, you know, the dreams that you want to live out, this isn't somebody who's going to discourage you from doing that. They're going to be 100% behind you, encouraging you to live your truth, encouraging you to kind of develop your own version of what works for you, of what kind of life you want to be living. So that's definitely a positive energy to come through, because we all need a bit of encouragement sometimes, and it's no fun when our partner isn't on our side. So this is definitely somebody who's going to be on your side, somebody who's going to be really just pushing you to strive for the best, and to just do what lights your soul up. This is also somebody highly devoted and loyal to you. So I think once this connection comes into place, it's not going to go anywhere, because this person is really kind of laser focused on you. It's like this connection is so important, and that the two of you grow so close that they're not going to want to give up what connection you have. And I think this connection also kind of becomes a part of this freedom that they feel. Like they never want freedom or separation from the relationship. They actually feel really free in your presence, and they feel like being free to explore the relationship and to deepen the relationship is what they want. Like these are the choices that they're making. Okay, so far this looks really good. Let's look into some more of your oracle cards and see what else we have. We have number 22, Winter. Number 6, Sacral Chakra. Ooh, it's getting spicy, you guys. And number 49, Non-Duality. Okay, definitely more energy of this person is a very free thinker, so that does kind of suggest that we might have been right on about this artistic vibe. Even if this isn't art in any way that you think of it, this person has a very artistic mind, a very creative mind, and they are not someone who gets locked into rules. So this non-duality card really talks about somebody who doesn't see things as black and white, as good or bad. They kind of understand the gray area more than than your average person does. And this is definitely somebody who kind of lives in that gray area. They don't think that one thing or the other is inherently good or bad. They really do what makes them happy, and they understand individuality. They understand what makes them an individual and what's going to make them happy, and that's something they're able to give to you. They understand what makes you an individual and what you're looking for in life, and they value that. They're not a person who's going to come to you with a set of rules and say it has to be like this or it has to be like that. That's totally not their vibe. There is kind of a chilled out nature with this person when we think about the fact that they are just so not a rigid thinker at all. They really value freedom of mind. Okay, with number 6, this sacral chakra card coming out for you, this is definitely going to be a passionate connection. I think that's something that we want to hear, especially when we're talking about marriage, because this is someone you're going to spend your life with. You want to know that that passion is there. So I do think your relationship is looking like it's going to be very close. I want to say almost quiet. So there's not going to be a lot of drama involved in your relationship, and there's going to be a lot of special one-on-one time. I feel like this is somebody who would plan a lot of little vacations for you, or just set up like super romantic scenarios even at home, like just a quiet night at home, a cozy movie night, or some kind of romantic candlelit dinner, something like that. And the great thing is it's not only romance, but there's also a lot of passion here. This is someone that feels very passionately about you and will express that. So I think the two of you will have a lot of fun in that regard, and the passion will be pretty hot. This is a very creative person. So this chakra is one that is responsible for our creativity. So yes, that goes into the sexual side of our life, but it also kind of speaks to this artistic vibe. So this is just someone who is very creative, and with that does come oftentimes a very passionate lover. So this is a passionate connection for sure. This winter card here, number 22, I think that this person is going to make you feel very rested and rejuvenated whenever you're around them. And that's probably something that draws you closer to them in the beginning stages of your relationship, because you may have been in situations where there's a lot of drama, or where you feel like you have to be on all the time. And when you come away from that person, you actually feel exhausted. This could be a romantic connection, or this could just be connections with friends or with family members. You feel completely drained and exhausted when you are done hanging around with certain people. This is not that person. And I think that really speaks to a lot of kind of like that cozy, chilled out vibe that this person's gonna have. I'm just picturing like dark, candlelit kind of romantic settings, and really deep conversations and mind-opening discussions going on. You're going to feel really rejuvenated after being around this person. So of course this is going to be somebody that you are drawn to because they make you feel really good. They make you feel more energized, and like you can face the day, like you can take on life after you've been around them. And they really encourage you to be true to yourself, to follow your heart. And I think that really lights you up inside as well. So definitely somebody who gives you energy, who makes you feel excited, you know, for tomorrow, rather than draining you. If you've come from a lot of very dramatic relationships, this will be a breath of fresh air for you. This is definitely a relationship that builds you up rather than tears you down. Okay. I think I want to look into a little bit of tarot just to kind of figure out what else we can about this person. I think also the bravery of this person, like as I'm looking at this, I do think this is a very brave soul. They might not see themselves as brave, but I think when they come into your life, you're going to see them as quite brave, because of the steps that they've taken to really honor themselves and to build a life of freedom for themselves. I think you will recognize that as something that is just like, it took a lot of guts for them to do it. And I don't even know that they realize that. I think it comes pretty naturally to them, but it takes a lot of guts to kind of go out on your own and to decide what is important to you, what you value, and what things you want to bring into your life. So this very well could be somebody who is an entrepreneur, and that could be in a very literal business sense, or this could be somebody who has made a business and who makes a living off of their artistic endeavors, or something that they do with their hands. I really think this person is good with their hands, and that's one of the things you're going to notice about them and know about them right off, because you may meet them by seeing a piece of their work or listening to some of their music or something like that. Okay, we have this Five of Swords come out. Let's see what else we have for them. I think really with this Five of Swords, oh yeah, we have the Star. Okay. So I think this Five of Swords is really kind of a clue as to where they've come from. We've got the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I think this person has definitely come from situations where they didn't feel like they could trust, and that really could go back to this turtle energy. They didn't feel like they could trust, and it caused them a lot of stress and anxiety, and they were able to overcome this energy. So I do think maybe a lot of people in their lives have given them a hard time about wanting to pursue their ideal life. I think maybe this could be family members not being supportive, maybe that someone telling them being an artist isn't a real job or something like that, because there's a lot of kind of a feeling of being pressured or being bullied, and kind of feeling like they couldn't trust the people around them. Then with the Star card coming out, I think the Star card is really indicative of just how talented this person is and how expressive this person is. And there's still this part of them that they want to hide. So they are so good at whatever it is that they do, but they just don't really care about being seen. And that might have a lot to do with their background, like just not feeling supported in that. And I think that that's what's going to make them such a supportive partner for you, because they've been there and they know what it's like when the people closest to you aren't on your side. So really, I think that this person is this Star. They will be noticed, and they will be recognized for what they do. No matter how hard they try to stay in the shadows, they just can't. Like, they're just kind of amazing like that. And I think you see them that way, and you just love being around them because they inspire you so much. I think that they kind of want to wear a bit of a mask, and they want to retreat to their safe place and really not have anybody look at them, but they just can't help but be who they are, and they're just kind of like so good at it. So yeah, I'm remembering an interview with Johnny Depp where he said like he doesn't watch any of the movies that he's in because he can't stand to see himself act. And I feel like that's really something that kind of could describe this person. Like, so good at what they do, so highly recognized for their contribution in whatever field they're focused in, but they just don't really care about the fame of it all. They just don't really care about the recognition, and they actually might cringe at the sight of themselves acting, or at the sight of their painting, or whatever it is that they have produced. They just feel uncomfortable about it, and they want to hide away. I think you're going to encourage this person, you're going to lift them up, and they're going to lift you up a whole lot, but you're definitely going to be a safe spot for them, because they want to kind of hide away, but they can't help but be fabulous, and I think you know this about them. So this is definitely all really great. I think this is going to be fun for you because this person's very free thinking. They're going to be open to whatever you want to do, whatever you want to create. They're going to be very open to that. If you haven't had that kind of support in your life thus far, you will be very, very glad. They're also going to understand if you don't feel supported. They have come from that themselves, so they're going to understand all of that. 10 of Pentacles underneath this 7 of Swords. I think the two of you are going to kind of have it all. You're going to create your version of the happy, complete, very abundant family. Definitely the two of you. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a little unconventional, but great. Like so much better than what the conventional life is anyway. So pretty soon I think the two of you are going to be inspiring other couples. It might look like you're like the two of you might seem like you're a little bit, what is the word I'm looking for? I almost want to say like wild or something, like, you know, these crazy, free thinking, kind of artistic people. And like maybe that's a bit too much for the people around you, like they just don't understand it. But once they see the success that you're able to create and how the two of you are able to build each other up, I think that they will be asking you what your secret is. Okay, let's go into my bowl of goodies and see what details we can get about this person. So this can be appearance or important dates, or we'll just see. We'll take a couple of these. Okay, so the number 5. So 5s can represent change. This could be somebody that changes your life a lot and that you change their lives a lot, or that the two of you change a lot. Like maybe your relationship just is not stagnant and it's always changing and it's always evolving and growing. The 5th could be an important day of the month for you. Maybe you meet them on the 5th, or your anniversary is on the 5th. Maybe the month of May, the 5th month, that might be significant. That could be when you meet this person or when you get married. Okay, let's see what else we have. Libra, okay. Libra energy coming through. This person might be a Libra, you might be a Libra, they might have Libra in their chart. It doesn't have to be, so if that's not their sign, and if that sign's not significant, this is really, Libra talks about balance. So this is somebody who brings a lot of balance into your life. And I think we like pretty much already touched on that, because they let you be who you are, and they will accept and consider any idea that you bring to the table. So it really does feel very balanced, a very balanced energy here. Nothing too far one way or the other with this non-duality. They don't have to have things a particular way. They don't have to follow particular rules. They're very free in their minds, very free thinking. Libra and an air sign, and I feel like there's a lot of air here too with this Knight of Voices card that you picked, and this eagle energy. There is kind of a lot of air. 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Yeah, this person might be an air sign. Okay, had black hair, so this person might have really dark hair. March. Okay. You might meet them in March. March might be significant in some way. March 5th, maybe. Let's get a couple more. The letter P, their name might start with a P. First name, last name. The letter S. Okay, so that could very well be their initials, first or last name, beginning with an S or a P. We'll take one more. This is fun. Okay, and brown eyes. Okay, you guys. Okay, so your person probably has dark hair, dark eyes. March may be a significant month. They could very well be a Libra. Very well. They could also be an Aquarius. Heavy air sign energy here. The letters S and P, their first or last name might start with the letter S or P, or these letters could be significant to your connection in some way. And the number 5, lots of change, an expansion. I think the two of you, expansion is a good word to describe this, because I think that this relationship is going to cause a lot of expansion for you in thought, and also in your life, like just in abundance in general. Going back to this Ten of Pentacles energy that was at the bottom of the deck, this is expansive energy. This is like energy of creating a family and of kind of just bringing all of your dreams into the 3D and grounding them in reality. So that is going to feel very expansive for you. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to leave it there because I've blabbed enough, but this looks really good. I think this is going to be a beautiful relationship and something that will cause a lot of growth for you, and you'll have somebody who's very understanding and very willing to listen and to support you. So that sounds great. If you liked this video, if any of this resonated, please drop me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in your next reading, Group 1. Bye.